Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. We have a little bit of Project L to talk about today, the League of Legends fighting game. It's not too much, but considering Project L news is very few and far between, that's really nice. And also, I guess, a little bit of fighting game community culture, I guess you could say. And in any other genre of video gaming, this would not be news, but because it is fighting games, well, unfortunately, it is. So over on Twitter, our new platform owned by Overlord Elon Musk, we have this tweet. So one Ben Forbes, who used to be part of the Wild Rift team over at Riot, says, "I'm super thrilled to announce I'll be joining Project L to lead the global community strategy for Riot's upcoming 2D fighter. Project L is a game that will need a strong community foundation to support the FGC, and I'm so excited to work with the devs to bring it to life." So hey, people working on Project L, that's great. Seeing signs of life in the project, that's fantastic. And talking about community, that's great. That's something we don't get a lot of these days. Street Fighter's doing better, I guess you can say. SNK is doing pretty good. NetherRealm Studios used to be the gold standard, but in later years, they basically completely shut down and don't talk to the community at all. And now they're just completely radio silent. And Bandai Namco, well, they never talk to us to begin with. So just hearing some positivity about building a community in these early stages before anything proper about the game's really out, fantastic. So that said, also some follow-up tweets. Does this mean Project L is releasing soon? No. We're actually staffing up with a couple of key publishing folks early in the dev because we want to get a long head start. This is going to be a complex project to get right, and we owe it to the fighting game community to be thorough. And to follow up here, we have why Project L? Well, originally they got into fighting games because of Maximilian. And because of Max, they made their own YouTube channel, and through that YouTube channel, they got a job working at Riot, and now they're working on the Riot fighting game, so circle of life. So the big takeaway here is they're saying, no, it's not coming anytime soon. Now, we knew to a degree, right? So Riot, during their November, God, so long ago now, but November, the last time they publicly talked about the game, they said, do not expect the game in 2022. Expect a couple news reveals in the second half of the year, so I'm assuming EVO and some other time frame, but not a release. And a lot of people were hopeful against hope, right? Well, okay, it's not coming out in 2022, but Q1 2023, surely. But no, not really. Terms used like early in dev and getting a long head start means even 2023 might be a little bit of wishful thinking. Now, who knows the actual release date, right? Could be anytime. It could be 2023, right? However, perhaps looking a bit unlikely now. That said, the game has been in development for some years, at least 2 or 3 at this point. However, in that November update, they said only fairly recently did they finally find their vision for the game, being like a 2-on-2 tag fighter and all that kind of stuff. So maybe those 2 years of development could have just been like generating assets and art and that kind of stuff and not so much actually building the game. So it's a lot to go from just a tweet, right? But still, it is at least something. And at least we know forward progress is being made on the game. And I'm just a very big fan of them talking at all about community and how important it is to them. While some companies in the fighting game community are doing better, right? Like once again, we talk Street Fighter, SNK is doing good, ArcSys is doing much better as well. We still have some very stubborn developers that basically do not communicate with us at all, and some like Bandai Namco are in charge of multiple games. One thing about Riot is throughout all the properties they run, they are always very, very hands-on with the community, and I feel like it's going to be in such a way that we're probably not going to be ready for it. Like a level of communication with just the broader fan base as a whole that we as fighting game players just don't get. And that might be a little bit scary in a way. However, I do look forward to it because at the bare minimum, I think Riot and the level of quality they just bring to every product they touch, it will force the rest of the fighting game community and the rest of the fighting game developers to step up their game. Like, we've had other discussions, like, say, free-to-play. If Project L is free-to-play, that will be the kick in the butt the rest of the FGC needs to see, oh, free-to-play is a thing. That is just one aspect of it, right? I hope community outreach is another thing, that when Riot shows what they're capable of, other companies say, oh, dang, we need to try this as well. So, that all said, that's basically the news as it stands. It is perhaps unfortunate that Project L is even further away than we maybe thought it was, but at least at some point this year we'll get some more news. And even in this very early stage, Riot is looking to be community focused with the greater FGC, and that's just really fantastic. So that all said, hey, we're at the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some fighting games.